Most creators quit after 12 months, not because they're not talented, not because the algorithm is working against them, and not because they're not working hard enough. I run a video production agency, and we've helped tons of creators get their time back and, above anything, actually enjoy making content again. Every single time, the problem was always the same thing. They run a production company by themselves and call it a YouTube channel. Now, it might not look like it from the outside, but this thing right here takes a ton of time and energy. And if you're not fully invested, you're killing your own momentum. The good news is, the fix is way simpler than you think. Stick around, because at the end of this video, I'm gonna show you the exact systems that we've been using with our clients that change everything for them. Everyone just told you to make content. It can feel a little bit like someone who's trying to write their own book and they want to finish on the shelf of a bookstore, and all they have is a pencil and a sheet of paper. And then they're wondering, what should I do next? Here's what a creator's week actually look like. First, you need a video idea. So you spend 2 hours researching, scrolling content, trying to see what other people did, and trying to see how you can adapt it to your own style. Then you script it, you film it, you do the edit. That's another 4, 5, 6 hours depending on the complexity. Then the thumbnail, the captions, the titles, the packaging, the scheduling, and only then you start thinking about next week's video. And at that point, you're not a content creator anymore. You're a one-person production company. And nobody told you that before you signed up. Here's the part that really gets people. You didn't read the back, did you? The cover just did the job. Well, at least it did for me. That's a thumbnail. And designing something that stops people from scrolling and wanting to watch your video is an entirely different skill than the one that makes you good on camera. Being great in front of a camera is a performance skill. Designing a cover or a thumbnail is a graphic design skill. Editing a video for pacing and retention is a storytelling and a technical skill. These are completely different crafts, and yet most content creators are trying to master all of them at the same time while trying to, actually live their life. And that's not a hustle problem. It's not because you're not trying hard enough. It's a systems problem. Take this book, for example. There's one author, but behind this book, there's also an editor, a cover designer, a publisher managing all timelines and distribution, and nobody expects the author to do all of these. The author's job is to write. That's it. And content works the same way. When I look at a business doing content that's actually built to last, I see the same structure every single time. And there are distinct roles that always needs to be filled. First, you have the visionary. That's the person who has the ideas, the perspectives, the presence, the one who shows up on camera and make people want to watch. This is almost always the creator themselves. Nobody can replace this, and this is where their own personality actually shines. The second is the operator, the person that makes sure that the machine keeps running. He comes up with titles to match the hook of the videos and the thumbnails ideas. He handles the workflows, the deadlines, the schedulings, and overall just makes sure that nothing falls through the cracks. And then there's what I would call the craft layer. And this is where most people actually underestimate the amount of work that is involved. You've got the video editor who handles the pacing, the cuts, the music, the sound effects, the retention, the storytelling. You've got a thumbnail designer who's basically a conversion specialist. And depending on the channel, you might need a motion designer that comes up with the intros, the branding elements, or just sick animations. So these are completely different set of skills and technically completely different people. Every single person who actually wrote a book that's sitting on the shelf right now understood that. And that's something that most creators right now are still missing. When a creator carries all of these roles by himself, a few things happen. First of all, quality suffers. And not because you're not talented, but because your attention is split between all of these single tasks that technically require your full focus. Consistency breaks down because the production now becomes your biggest bottleneck. You have ideas, but you don't have the bandwidth anymore to actually execute. So you rush, you delay, or you just never post. And eventually, that spark that made you want to make content in the first place, the joy, actually disappears. What used to feel just like expressing yourself now becomes a job you actually never signed up for. That's the real reason why creators burn out and just stop making content at some point. Not because of a lack of passion, but because of a lack of structure. The shift happens when you stop trying to do everything and you focus on trying the one thing only you can do. Your voice, your ideas, your presence on camera. Everything else that takes so much of your time and energy are infrastructure. And infrastructure can be delegated. When the creators we work with make this shift, the first thing that changes is not even their numbers. It's their presence on camera. When you're not carrying the weight of production in the back of your mind, you're actually present on camera. And that comes through in your content. You're actually having fun again making content, and your audience can tell. Think about your favorite content creator. The real reason you're watching is not the editing, it's them. Their perspective, their presence on camera, that's the thing worth protecting. Now, the obvious answer is build a team. Hire an editor, hire a thumbnail designer, use AI and try to find the best titles to match all this. And yes, that works. But this also means that you're now managing 3 or 4 people. Different timelines, different revisions, different communication channels. For a lot of creators, that's actually another job on top of the one that they're already drowning in. What we do at Needy Studio is we handle all of this under one roof. One point of contact, one workflow. Your editor, your thumbnail designer, your title ideas, your trending topics, all briefed, all delivered at the same time. You show up, you film, and then you send us the footage. We handle everything that comes after that. In just a few days, your content is going to be live on all platforms, maximized for views, all while matching your brand and your style. You get to focus on your ideas, show up better on camera, and spend more time on your business. Because at the end of the day, your job is to be the signal. Our job is to free it and deliver it. Most creators never figure that out. Not because the solution doesn't exist, but because nobody told them they don't have to write, edit, design, and publish all by themselves. But now, you know. So if you're a creator and you're just tired of doing everything yourself, or you're just starting out but you want to build it right from the beginning, reach out using the links in the description. On this YouTube channel, we're trying to bring value for content creators who are trying to build something for the long game. So hit the subscribe button and I'll see you on the next one.